Hi, everybody. It's Mandy here. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Sally.
Hi,
Hi.
Mandy.
Well, today we are going to talk about a really nice card. Well, I think it's nice, but obviously, who knows? Who knows what everybody else is going to say? The Six of Cups. So I'm going to hand you straight over to Sharon and give us your take on this card, Sharon.
Well, first I'm going to start off with something really embarrassing. Um, as you and Sally know, I learned the cards with keywords. And for many, many years, I used keywords. And the one I learned for the Six of Cups, and it suits, it's just not the only or the best description for it. But what I grew up with the Six of Cups was nostalgia and wishing to return to the simpler ways of childhood,
Mm.
which it suits. It can work, but it's not the best one, and it's not the only one, obviously.
Yeah.
Um, Couple of other things that I see in here that I never noticed until I took the school, the main one, is that it's a safe environment. They've got that
Mhm.
walled in community. They've got the little security guard walking back and forth. He's not running, he's not fighting, he's just doing his rounds. There's obviously nothing going on that they have to worry about. And holy crap, I'm going to take up all the time with this Six of Cups.
You carry on. You carry on. Yeah,
my
nice.
my favorite um interpretation for it that I have to be sure not to get locked into, which is surprising because usually when I do get locked into a meaning, it's usually the keywords I learned when I was younger, and I have to fight myself for those. But the one that I usually get locked into for this is just plain generosity.
Mhm.
Just
Mm.
this my mother always taught me, if you see something good, if you see something beautiful, if somebody smells good or they look nice, even if you don't know them, tell them. And it makes my children feel very awkward when I go up to strangers and say, "Wow, I really love your outfit," or "Dang, you
Mhm.
smell good," because they're like, "What the hell are you doing, Mom?" But But it really makes a difference. It's a small
Yeah,
difference. There's so much bad going on.
yeah.
To be able to give something away that costs nothing like that, it, that
I like that. Yeah.
yeah,
Is that
yes.
random? Was it random acts of kindness?
Yes.
But true ones, like, if somebody looks like
Yeah,
crap, I'm
yeah.
not going to walk up and tell them they look good because it's condescending.
Mhm.
But
Right. Yeah.
if somebody's just really well put together and, oh, I like your boots or something like that. Yeah, I guess you could call it random acts of kindness. It makes a difference.
Yeah.
Mm.
My kids go nuts and they'll walk away from me, but
Mm.
my mom really ingrained that into me, and you see the difference, and I see that in this card, just here's a flower.
Mhm.
Here's a flower. Um Do we have time? I'm gonna have to find the pictures, but I want to share with you what Iris showed me. Iris is from Scotland.
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
this. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Go find the pictures and I'll keep going and then just dive in when you get them.
All right.
That that way we can keep going. Um, I'm looking at this picture and there there are things that are coming together in my head. The little girl, because I always see her as a little girl, is
Yes.
wearing mittens,
Yeah.
and the tops of the roofs are white. So I see like frost or snow, but we also have these flowers blooming. So for me, these are like snowdrops, the first flowers of spring. So it
Oh.
might be the time of Imbolc, which is, what I associate those things with in my own tradition. Um, but it's the time when, the seeds that were planted that went dormant in the winter, getting ready. They haven't quite, especially around here because, we have snow till it's like crazy late in the year. But things are starting to bud, things are starting to break through the ground. So it's like after a period of rest, the new things are starting to sprout forth. So, you might see the beginnings of things when I look at this card.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's really nice, this card, isn't it? It's just,
Mhm.
I like the feel of this card. I don't feel any threat or, you know, any. It's there's something genuine about it, isn't
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Yeah.
And around the top of that tower, and I just noticed these today as I pulled up this card, there's like these little sticks or spouts coming out of the
Oh, that's
tower.
what it says.
I can't tell if they are spouts for water to fall down or if they are banners from which, sticks from which you could hang banners or something like that. But, there's a sense for me that it was the hatches were battened down for a while, but now it's kind of warm enough that people are getting out. That there's just a renewed sense of activity and a fresh new feel.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
how just before you come back in, Sharon, how do you feel if this card comes up reversed?
Oh, for me, if I'm looking at that may be an innocence lost.
Mm-hmm.
It, a gift that's given to you with a hidden agenda.
Okay, yes,
Um,
yes,
Not as safe as it appears.
yes.
Somebody breached your security system.
Interesting.
Yeah, all of those, but I get a sense of, jadedness.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just had this come up in a reading, um, interestingly, where I was reading with two decks because I was
Hmm.
getting two different, perspectives on a question, and
Hmm.
for the same card position, this card came up in both decks in the same card position, both in reverse.
Mm.
And I thought, oh, hello.
Yeah, that's an underline emphasized point, wasn't it? The
Yeah,
universe really wanted you to know that one.
yeah,
What'd you
yeah.
get out of it?
Mm-hmm.
I did kind of like interestingly, on the first time it came up reversed, I saw one of the meanings that Sally said. I saw the situation was not quite as um, lovely as it appears to be. That do you know what I mean? I do think that the situation, it doesn't turn it into a horrible card, but the appearance of everything just being lovely and wonderful and kind, it's not quite what it appears to be. I would say there is a kind of that's not strictly 100% true. And I think when it came up with the second person in the same car position, and it was a past, it was reading something from the past in that position as well. When it came up for the second person, I felt they were um, they were just kind of completely in in the same kind of like energy zone as the first person. I think they maybe were quite taken in by it, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I felt the first person knew that they weren't being 100% honest, and I felt the second person was just really enjoying the situation and sort of blindly sort of unaware of the fact that it wasn't strictly 100% honest, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't necessarily see it as totally bad and awful. It just wasn't quite as wonderful as it had appeared to be.
Mm-hmm.
So it was interesting though to do a double spread, and when the same card comes up
Yeah.
twice in the same position.
Mm-hmm.
How often does that happen?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, Sharon.
This is so cool. Iris from Scotland showed me this. This first picture is a picture of Culross Abbey in Scotland.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see
Yeah.
that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look at the buildings in the card.
Mm-hmm.
It is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. And the second picture is
Yeah.
an image of the Scottish flag.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you look at
Yeah.
the posts
Yeah.
on the card,
Yes.
the Scottish flag is there, and it's cold weather.
Mm-hmm.
So we really think that this is an image that she painted of Culross Abbey
Mm-hmm.
in Scotland. Will that ever come up in a reading? I don't know. Could be one of those where should I go for vacation?
Yeah.
Could
Mm-hmm.
be that you find that hey, you're of Scottish descent.
Yeah.
I actually had that in a reading yesterday. Somebody was asking about traveling to Scotland, if that was something that they should do. And the answer was yes.
Yeah.
And did this card come up?
No, this card did not come up, but the question was, should I go to Scotland? The card was, it was part of a larger spread, of course, but the card was actually the Ace of Cups.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's a yes.
yeah.
Yeah, actually, that was a hell yes. But yeah.
But I wanted to share that little bit of
Yeah,
possible
that's amazing.
history.
God, it is very similar, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
love that. I
Yeah.
love that. My mind was blown when she showed me that. Like I
Yeah.
would have never known.
Wow. No, it's a lovely little card. I do tend to like it when this card comes up.
Oh,
There's just there are certain cards, aren't there, where you just feel very comfortable giving good, you can just relax and sit back and like trust it kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
unlike that Four of Cups we did earlier.
Right,
Pain
right.
in the ass. No. Mandy's like, I'm so glad I wasn't there. No.
I wasn't there for that one, yeah.
He's all over the place. This is one of those solids. You look at it in an upright position and you're like,
Yeah,
hello, old friend.
yeah.
Mm.
I did a reading. I did a reading for someone a few weeks ago, and they had some issue going on with somebody that they work with or something like that. And it was just this came up, and it was like, just be nice.
I know,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Just be nice. It's kind of this is the advice that it's giving. It's like be generous, be nice, be pleasant. Be kind.
Goes a long way. And that's
Yeah.
such underrated advice
Yeah,
nowadays, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Now, if your intuition comes up with something really negative with this card, it's possible. I've had really, ordinarily happy cards, and we'll get to the Ten of Cups, and I'll share what my not happy reading of the Ten of Cups came up. And your intuition may come up with something that isn't all happy, peppy, positive.
yeah.
And if it does, follow your intuition.
Oh,
Well,
absolutely, yes.
a great example right here, and this is a really minor detail, so this isn't always going to happen, but you got all these little flowers shining their faces and looking right at you, and then you've got that one little flower with its back
Mm-hmm.
to us, like
Yeah,
hiding, like things are not as they seem. He's giving away these flowers, and they might all be diseased or something.
Right, right,
So
right.
just don't take that to gospel. Do not put that down in your book. But if that's what hits you, that little
yeah,
flower is what's giving you the information.
that
Mm-hmm.
is very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, does anybody have any more they would like to say about the Six of Cups?
I think I spouted enough there.
Yeah, this was wonderful.
I'm just trying to think of. There was a reading the other day when the thing I spotted was the glove. I can't remember what the reading was now, but it was just the little white glove. Just was the thing that I was meant to kind of like see.
Right.
That was the thing, that little white glove.
Don't leave any fingerprints behind. No.
Oh my.
And I am seeing, the cups on this, and they've got the little kind of, they're like nipped in at the waist. They're looking like sort of waists. Do you know what I mean? At the bottom there.
You just
Yeah.
made my germaphobe card. Oh my.
No, I kind of think there is there is more to this card than the obvious.
Yes.
Mhm.
You know, there's like, is there anyone looking out of the windows and that sort of thing? I don't know, but yeah, and I suppose sometimes you do look at the guard, don't you, rather than the
Mhm.
two children.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah. Well, if no one's got anything else to say, shall we wrap this up?
Sure.
Okay, so thank you everyone for listening. I hope you enjoyed our little kind of interpretations on the lovely Six of Cups. And if anyone else has got any kind of suggestions, what they think this card might mean to them or what's ever come up in the reading, please do let us know. So bye for now, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye.
Mandy. Bye.
Bye.